What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the top 5 players of the 2000s. I'm going to go from the 2000-2001 season to the 2009-2010 season, just so that it's 10 years. To be honest, this is probably the hardest list I've had to make, because some of my favourite players, like Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, do not make this list. This is mad, Steve Nash won 2 MVPs, Garnett was one of the best players of all time, and the fact is that he's not even in the top 5. That just shows how good an era this was. Anyway, at number 5 we have got Dwayne Wade, who in my opinion was just absolutely incredible in the 2000s. He averaged over 24 points a game every year except his rookie year. He was 2006 Finals MVP, beating the Dallas Mavericks, and in my opinion it's probably one of the best individual finals performances ever. He was unstoppable, and in 2008-2009 he could have won MVP. He averaged 30.2 points and 7.5 assists a game, 2.2 steals and 1.5 blocks a game, and he actually led the Heat from having the worst record in the NBA the previous year to being a solid playoff team. The only reason he didn't win MVP was because it was one of LeBron James' best years, but so for that reason overall, I think that Dwayne Wade deserves the number 5 spot, just edging out Kevin Garnett and Steve Nash. At number 4 we have got LeBron James. He played for the Cleveland Cavaliers throughout the 2000s and averaged over 20 points every year, which included his rookie year. He actually averaged over 30 points a game twice, and his third year in the league averaged 31.4 points a game. And in 2008-2009, his first MVP year, he averaged 8.4 points, 7.2 assists and 7.6 rebounds per game, while leading the Cleveland Cavaliers to the best record in the NBA, which is a big feat considering his next best player was Mo Williams. LeBron James had an incredible 2000s, and even though in 2007 he had one of the best playoff performances I think I've ever seen against the Detroit Pistons, which people seem to forget when they're talking about his legacy, because he got swept by the Spurs, who were exceptional, he did come up a little bit short in 2009 and 2010 playoffs. Both times the Cleveland Cavaliers really could have won the East, but LeBron didn't step up. He hit that shot against the Magic, but he really didn't do much, and in 2010 was very poor against the Celtics, so that's why he's only number 4. And number 3 we've got arguably the most dominant player in the history of basketball, Shaquille O'Neal. In the 2000s he won 3 championships with the Lakers, 1 with the Heat, and won 3 Finals MVPs and an MVP. Shaq averaged nearly 30 points a game the 3 years he won rings in LA, and him and Kobe were the best duo in the NBA at the time, possibly one of the best duos ever. When he went to Miami, he still did extremely well. He averaged 23 points a game in his first year and over 10 rebounds, and second year still averaged 20 points, 9 rebounds, and then his career seemed to kind of go downhill. He was a good player. He was a decent player even when he was with the Celtics when he wasn't injured before he retired. Towards the end of the 2000s, especially at the end of the 2007 season and his last kind of stint in Miami, and when he went to Phoenix and then Cleveland, he really was not the same player. He was Shaquille O'Neal, he was not Shaq. The only reason that Shaq is number 3 and not number 1 is that his career started to kind of go on a downward spiral after 2005-2006. That's solely because he's older than the rest of them, but Shaq, for the first 5 years of 2000s, Shaq was the best player without doubt. And number 2, although I think this guy had a better career than number 1, I gotta give number 2 for the 2000s to Tim Duncan. He did win 2 MVPs, and he did also win 3 rings, 2 Finals MVPs, and also won a Finals MVP in 98, 99, but that does not count in this list. Tim Duncan is, in my opinion, the best power forward in basketball. He's just absolutely incredible. He made everything look easy, and he played the game the way it was supposed to be played. Statistics wise, he doesn't blow you away, but he was a winner. He was one of the best rim protectors in the league. He was a good teammate, great passer, hit massive shots, especially that shot against Phoenix to tie it in overtime in one of their massive playoff games. After not nailing a 3 all season, he nailed a 3 to tie a game. That just summed up Tim Duncan. An absolute class act and deserving of the number 2 spot in this list, and in my opinion he's one of the top 5 players of all time. And at number 1 we have got, from the best player of the 2000s, it is Kobe Bryant. And considering that I said at the start that the 09-10 season is going to be counted in this, Kobe won 5 rings in that period. He won half of the available rings. Obviously he played with Shaq in 3 of them, but he did average 28.5, 25.2 and 30 points a game in those seasons. By no means did Shaq carry him to any rings. By no means was Kobe Shaq's sidekick. In my opinion, both of them had an equal contribution to the Lakers' success, and one without the other just wouldn't have been the same. Kobe then had some incredible individual years after Shaq left, but the Lakers weren't great, averaging 35.4 points a game in 2005-2006, including an 81-point game against the Toronto Raptors. And then all of a sudden, in what looked like at the time to be one of the most lopsided trades in favour of the Lakers, but it did send Marc Gasol to the Grizzlies, so it probably benefited the Grizzlies more in the long run. The Lakers received Pau Gasol in 2008, and pretty much that just changed his fortune again. The Lakers became relevant, and he then won MVP in 2007-2008 that season. He also got to the finals, lost to the Celtics, got to the finals the next year, won finals MVP against the Magic, and the next year won finals MVP against the Celtics, getting his revenge. So in my opinion, Kobe was just out of this world. He's one of the best players of all time, top 10 in my opinion, and from the 2000-2001 season to the 09-10 season, without doubt, maybe you can argue Duncan and Shaq, but without doubt in my opinion, Kobe Bryant was the best player in the NBA in that period. So thanks for watching, please like, comment and subscribe.